Let's dive into my operational belt, what's on it and what's not on it. So duty belts are going to be different for every person based on their needs, what they're going to be doing and how they're going to be doing it. We're going to be talking about mine. This isn't something to mimic or copy. This is strictly for what we do, what I feel I need on this, and nothing else. I want to keep my belt as minimal as possible. You'll notice a couple unique characteristics on my belt that may be different than yours. Again, it's not a competition type thing. This is strictly perspective based on certain experiences. So at its base, I'm going to have the Faro Bison belt. I'm a 34 waist, so I run the large belt cinched all the way down to the max. You're going to notice on the belt there is no slack at all on it. It is cinched to the maximum and then bound down. So at its tightest with the large Bison, it's going to be a 34 exactly, which is perfect for me. Outside of that, working this direction, you have the TXC Overt Series suite, which is the 5.56 mag in the horizontal position. So when I'm wearing it, this is pretty much at my 12 o'clock facing forward, horizontal to where there's nothing sitting above my belt, to where when I lean to my left and right or forward and backwards, I have nothing stopping or restricting my movement in and out of vehicles or running. To the left going around, you're going to notice two handgun magazine pouches that are run all the way down towards the bottom and slanted to where there's barely anything sticking above the belt again. So I have a 5.56, two pistol mags in the canted lowered position. On the back side of each one, you'll have the hook and loop that coincides on the internal portion to where I don't lose any adhesion to the internal belt at all. Going back, we'll skip this little mouse tool. It's something coming from Faro later. But moving back behind it, I have a soil eater belt mounted tourniquet holder, which is the BMTH. This is one of the original ones that I've had. Dan's a really good homie of mine. I've been running this thing for years. And again, it keeps something that I consider vital on my belt, but out of the way. Moving around to the back, I have a Faro Roll 1 that is a collaboration with Forward Observations. This is my Ifac that goes hidden above, so it's above the belt, hidden in my lower lumbar. So the curvature of my spine is actually hiding in there and acting as a lumbar support when I'm sitting in a vehicle. That way, when I lean back, I don't have a hot spot pushing on my belt line or my butt. I have it hidden in my back to where I can sit completely back and not have anything restricting my movement or being uncomfortable. No pressure points. Moving on around, I have a set of hinge cuffs because it's required by our policy to have a set of hinge cuffs. We use flex cuffs 9 times out of 10, but it has to be there on the belt, so it's here. I have just a Kydex holster for a pair of hinge cuffs. Moving forward on the belt, on the front end, just in front of my hip bone is going to be my actual handgun. This is a Fowler Vanta. Because of requirements, I'm required to run level 3 on this for work. So this is a Safariland holster with an Eaglehead Industries leg strap mounted on a True North Concepts plate. This is at the very front of the belt. You'll notice here's the buckle, here is the gun. When I put my belt on, I put that on first and then pull the rest around to where my gun is always in the same spot. It's important for me. And it has a negative cant on it. The grip module itself is completely in line with my belt itself. I don't have any drop. I don't want a drop. I don't prefer a drop. I want it exactly parallel with my belt. But you'll notice nothing is ever gonna make contact with my plate carrier that's typically on me. So this is why I have my belt set this way. If you have any direct questions on this, hit me up at Stuffs and Pews. If you have more questions related to the setup and the design of the TXC Overt suite that is on this belt, you can reach out to at TXC Holsters or txcholsters.com and hit their contact us forum.